Hello, I'm Jill Marie, founder of SVH and Serenity Worldwide. And the topic of our discourse today is Recipe for a Fabulous Life. Now, each of us deserves to have a wonderful and fulfilling life. And it's never been easier for us to create as we do now. Have you noticed how quickly we're manifesting these days? Well, it's because we kicked survival mode to the curb years ago. And we're living the dream. And we're living in the moment, with those big dreams and grand visions of what a wonderful life looks like. More and more we're coming from our heart consciousness, and we're being mindful of our thoughts and our words, ever careful not to nullify the power of our focus for what we're choosing by throwing water on our own manifestation fires. And that happens a lot for people. They get the momentum up and they're excited about what they're creating, and then they start letting their words and their thoughts and their actions slow the progression of what they're choosing to create. So that's what happens when we're fueling something we desire, and at the same time, we have some thoughts like, this is never going to work, or, I have the worst luck, or this one, I just get that close and then everything unravels. I always lose. Now, those are the kind of thoughts that can muddy the waters of the torrent of creation-forming elements just pouring onto our manifestation fires when we're really focused and clear about what we're creating. When designing an ideal reality, if we stay focused on the goal and we never let up, and of course, the faster our ideal reality is created to our life reality, the quicker we can reach our goal and start focusing on the next stage in our exciting new life makeover. And why not? Those old beliefs that we have to live life with the cards we're dealt, that those cards are dealt at us at our birth, maybe even conception. Well, those kind of thoughts, they're antiquated. We're choosing to maximize our potentials and manifest quickly, surely, and precisely as we have designed. Now, there's lots of ways we can sabotage ourselves, but not anymore if we're careful, because the recipe, this set of steps offered today, are going to help you keep the fires of your desires burning and forming elements charged and creating your desired realities. You see, I'm a big fan of and believe we can have it all. And if we're truly fueling and creating elements of our life, every element of our story, why settle for less than the ideal fabulous life that we're dreaming of? Especially when the manifestation recipe for success is right at hand and easy to apply. Now, many of these steps are already been out there, but we're going to conjugate them, put them right here in this one spot, and just give you a few steps to be mindful about. Now, the first step in manifesting quickly is to be grateful. This is an essential ingredient in our manifestation recipe, and it has to be our first ingredient. Because most of us have really good ideas of what a fabulous life would look like, and the dream version of it is so delicious that many times we forget to be grateful for what we do have. When we imagine that dream version of what life will be like when we get that money, or we lose that extra weight, or we get that promotion and so on, what most people don't realize is that the dream reality that is seemingly out of reach is really right there in front of us. And all we have to do is push past the barriers that have kept the sweet energy of what we've been hoping and dreaming for just out of reach. So we see the reality right there. We're grateful for the opportunity and grateful for everything in our life that makes this new reality possible, including all the stair steps leading to it. Now, the reason that dream reality has maybe felt out of reach for many people is because there are missing elements in their manifestation recipe, as well as essential elements that are thwarting or pushing away the possibilities of achieving the dream reality. These could be programs and beliefs that are running in the background saying, that they can't reach those goals that they desired because they'll have to raise above their station. Could be beliefs that they don't deserve this happy life. Well, we're going to work on the deserving piece in a massive clearing in a few minutes. And the most important thing is to remember that our focus for gratitude, being the first ingredient in manifesting a fabulous life, is imperative, because gratitude is like thanking God in advance. Now, the second ingredient in many manifestations or creations of an ideal dream reality is knowing what the dream is. You have to be able to conceptualize what you desire before you actually fuel that reality into beginning. That's imperative, because if it's just this fuzzy idea, how can you truly put that bead on the creation forming and drive it to success? Pretty difficult to do that if it's fuzzy. So let's make our second bullet point in our recipe to visualize the reality we are choosing. Because when we know what our goal is, that's when we're really ready to fuel it into being. And so our first, write down gratitude. Our second is to know what it is that we desire and visualize it. But how can you create anything if you don't believe you can have it, or that the universe won't let you have it, or that God won't let you have it, or that, I don't know, maybe there's a fear that you won't be able to get it and keep it, to hold on to that relationship, to hold on to that wonderful job, to be able to stay slender and fit, to be able to move into that next tier, that next step upward in raising the bar on all the elements of your life. So, the next ingredient in the recipe, that one has to be that we have to believe we can achieve our goal. There's no reason to waste our energy on a dream that we believe is impossible. So we're going to address this lack of belief in ourselves. Well, we're going to address the lack of self-love and self-appreciation and the belief that we deserve in our major clearing profile. And this is going to be an SVH format in a clearing that's going to go deeply into genetics, current life beliefs, just any kind of predisposition, learned imprint, or even beliefs that maybe you can't have it. We're even going to dabble into getting rid of any kind of curses or issues that are holding back from not having boundaries or really strong boundaries about your not only deservedness, but also letting people move into your life and steal your dreams. So in this ingredient, again, you're going to visualize you having achieved the success. So our second bullet point was visualizing the reality. Our third bullet point has got to be visualizing that you can achieve it, that success is in the picture, whether your ideal is a promotion or a beautiful home, a wonderful relationship, a healed relationship, all the bells and whistles that go into a fabulous life. Whatever it is, we're going to see it, imagine it, pretend to see it even, but we start to believe and also know that, number one, we deserve it. Number two, we can have it. Number three, we're so grateful for everything in our life that's led up to this awareness of what we are choosing. And thank you in advance, God, for what we are choosing, knowing that it is ours and we're going to be able to keep it, build on it, and make it even more. So, again, if you don't believe you deserve to have a fabulous life, you can limit the scope of your potential to achieve the goal. Doesn't matter if you grew up poor, or if you've been a success in the past, or you've had the fabulous life and then lost it. Every day is a brand new day that offers us infinite opportunities to create and recreate realities that we're choosing. Half the time, we don't even know what we want until we get it, or until we almost get it and then lose grasp on it. And then we're like, oh, I was so close. No more of that. because there's not going to be any more. We're almost going to get it. We're going to start to tweak the recipe along the way to elevate or raise the bar on our experiences as we're creating it. We're going to be proactive. We're going to be involved in what it is that we're creating. And, I believe, putting a picture of what it looks like on the refrigerator actually works. But it works better if you have an SVH clearing that every time you see the picture of what that is, or the vision of it on your manifestation board, the things that kick up in the back of the mind that say you can't have it are going to automatically be cleared away. The random inner dialogue, the belief systems that say I can't have it are going to be clearing in our big, massive clearing that we're going to receive. It's going to keep on going. It's going to clear in the past, the present, and it's going to keep on clearing as we move through our program of manifesting the fabulous life. So again, it's important to be able to be grateful, to be able to know what it is that you desire, to believe that you have it, and of course, having a very broad spectrum of the raised bar on your life reality and the sense and the feeling of what the sweet life will feel like. That opens up the way for you to discover what it is that you would desire. And if it also keeps the manifestations burning, those fires burning and opportunities flowing to you so you can pick from the smorgasbord of fabulous entrees of delightful options and experiences, all the better. This brings us, of course, to our next ingredient, flexibility. It's important to be open to new ideas and flavors of possibilities rather than being rigidly defining our vision. Always open to the wild card, a possibility that wasn't in the manifestation formula, but it just comes along, it slips in to what's happening around you, and you go, wow, that's going to be fabulous. This will enrich my vision masterfully. Yes, I accept that. And of course, keeping that gratitude going is imperative to every element of manifesting. And that needs to be stirred into the manifestation recipe throughout the forming process. So we're going to keep our gratitude going. Even if we feel like we're losing some steps backwards, we're still grateful. We're on the path. We're making it happen. And of course, if you've got a trait that you're not grateful until you've received the full enchilada of your goal, that's got to be cleared, because you'll have missed an important element. If you only celebrate when you get there, and you've got programs and beliefs that are keeping you from reaching it, then there's going to be a lot of energies and opportunities to beat yourself up along the way. So every step leading to the goal is a celebration. Thank you, God. Thank you. When you're grateful for every new opportunity to experience the elevated potentials that are being offered, your gratitude keeps the manifestation fires burning, and your goal is furthered. Expecting every step of your journey leading to the ultimate goal this goal is like a stair step that takes you just a little bit higher, a little bit closer to the goal. And if you're not grateful for every single one of those steps that are leading you to the ultimate goal, then part of the momentum that's fueling the climb could be lost. And that even means being grateful for figuring out what you don't want. So if along the way something comes along and you're like, whoa, that just hit me from out of nowhere. This is terrible. We don't despair. We go, wow. I'm glad to know that was a possibility. I am not choosing that. Releasing any attachment to that, I am continuing forward with what my focus is. We don't lose heart. We remain in gratitude. Recognizing that life and the evolution of our experiences, all of our experiences, is a progression. This allows the continued evolution of the life experiences that were offered and the quality of opportunities laid out richly on the smorgasbord of options. It allows them to just keep getting better. And of course, when we know what we want, we believe that we can have it and that we deserve it and that everyday life offers even more options for us to choose from to get us there. Wow, we are well on our way. When we know that we deserve the best, and well, then we'll open up our heart and our mind to claim the highest potentials, and we'll lead ourselves to having it. Gratitude in every moment lights the way for even more expansive possibilities. Anything that's in the way of you accepting the reality that you deserve to have the better life is our next topic, isn't it? And maybe the most important element of manifesting a fabulous life. That's why I'm so hot on SVH. Because all of us entered into this life with a set of genetic predispositions. And we had all kinds of other issues that came in, karma and other issues that helped us to develop learned beliefs that can elevate our focus along with our beliefs that, are there, or we can also limit the scope of our potential to reach heights that might be a bit out of our comfort zone. But we want to just keep knowing that we can do it. And so those genetic predispositions, they can be very positive and uplifting. Prosperity consciousness and self-love and all the, the really fabulous options that are available to people that are clear and focused and love themselves. However, if there's genetic predispositions that we don't deserve, we can't have, or that it's bad to have, an easy, graceful, wonderful life, there's something, for some reason, wrong with that you have to struggle, then those are important to have released. And for that reason, the next set of steps in our recipe for a fabulous life must include just a huge, huge clearing profile that deals directly with those limiting potentials. And that assists us to release deep embedded belief systems that are just sitting there waiting to thwart our efforts and moving beyond a comfort zone that's lower on the bar that, can maybe put us in a tug of war with wanting something and at the same time believing we can't have it. These tug of wars are something that can be, prevalent in the lifetime and triggered in many different potentials in our reality. But what we are choosing is basically to lay down the rope in that tug of war and no longer pick it up. I deserve, I choose, and everything that I am doing in moving forward in my life is to have a wonderful life. These are the thoughts we have in our mind. Make them your mantras. Create your own mantras. But the key is to catch when there's something that's not positive. And we're going to get you some tools to help you along with that. But you see, there's a dynamic that is just prevalent in most of our lives until we implement clearings that release the triggers that could draw us into pouring water on a bonfire that's fueling our dream reality, slowing it, or even putting out the fire altogether. And so our clearing profile must include removing belief systems about caste distinctions, lacks of worthiness, as well as any belief systems that having it all is a bad thing. Okay? Now, I'm not walking beside you in every moment of your life, loading an SVH clearing for you to help keep the negative or the limiting beliefs from thwarting your best efforts to create a fabulous life. But I can offer you a tremendous clearing, which we're going to have in a few minutes, and your higher consciousness and soul and the Creator will be able to implement this to identify deep clearing imprints and beliefs that limit your belief that you deserve a fabulous life, and that when you receive or you step into claim that magnificent life, that you can keep it, and that you can keep your momentum going, fueling and creating even more of the most ideal sweet experiences that will bring that smorgasbord table of choices of good and glorious things right in the front of you where you will always be able to recognize that these opportunities that further your joyful, prosperous, healthy, vital life are the ones you want to choose from the buffet. Now, the clearing template is already created for you, and I'm going to guide you in a moment to receiving the implementation of that clearing. But I must also leave you with a tool or two that will assist you to put you in the driver's seat so that you can direct, so that Jill Marie doesn't have to be standing beside you, coaching you along the way with clearings, so that you can utilize the SVH tools in a way that help you in an instant to be able to notice which things on the buffet support you and which thwart you. It's important to empower everyone to recognize that thoughts and beliefs and circumstances that are thwarting the creation forming elements from fueling and supporting these pristine elements of your desires and realities are in your hands. I'm a strong believer that none of us really needs a guru or someone to follow, that really all of our true power comes from our connection to the greater source of all that is, the great one, the creator, the one that gave us life, the one that gave us everything. And I'm not getting on a soapbox and becoming a preacher at this moment. What I'm wanting to say is that you already have what you need. There are teachers out there that will teach you the pieces that they know that will help you along the way. But you're the one that steps up and makes the choices. And that's why the SVH trigger processes are something that are close to my heart. Because in SVH, we have a tool called the trigger process. And I'm offering you a couple of those today. And they put you in the driver's seat so that you are the one that is able to stop negative energies from thwarting you. And they will give you the power to work with your higher consciousness and soul and the creator in a very creative way, as SVH does, to be able to fuel your realities into a constant pattern of bringing good things to your life instead of all the different roller coaster energies that kind of tend to bring a lot of highs and lows into our life. Now, the trigger process, the first one, is called I Deserve a Fabulous Life. And this is a new process. It's 5 words, but it's actually like a mantra. It's a mindset. If you think in your mind, I deserve a fabulous life, every time that you have a negative thought about whether or not you deserve, or that you can, this project you're doing, whether it's even going to work, you just think, I deserve a fabulous life. Not only are you making a statement, but it also activates the SVH trigger mechanisms. So after viewing the SVH clearing and authorization screen, and we've activated this new trigger process, anytime you notice that your thoughts or your focus or actions are limiting the potential for your dream reality, you'll just stop immediately. You just think those 5 words. I deserve a fabulous life. The second you think those 5 words, a myriad of SVH clearing parameters and angelic interventions will activate. Firstly, to clear away whatever is anchoring and supporting the belief systems that are fueling the negative or limiting input, or the attraction to situations that are thwarting your forward focus and the forming of that reality of your dreams. And then the angelic interventions, they support a mop-up of your creation energy recipe that follows along with the most glorious sense of focus and purpose that you can create. It keeps reflecting that to you of what it's going to look like when you have your dream reality. But it also is going to show you the pieces, the stair steps. Your subconscious will see it. And so will your higher consciousness and soul. And it's like putting that out there. This is what I'm choosing. And everyone that's a master of light, an angel and guide and guardian of you that the Creator has put in your path will be able to know and be on that same page with you that this is what you're choosing. And so that is an exceptional trigger process. I deserve a fabulous life. I love it. I made it just for this particular talk that we're having today so that it's in your formula. It's ready to go. Now, you deserve a fabulous life. And in these times where creation forming elements are snapping into realities very quickly, the simple recipe we've been talking about and the big clearing you're about to receive and your SVH trigger processes, I deserve a fabulous life, and of course, which we'll talk about, these are going to assist you to step into the life roles that you're choosing to have unfold as part of your destiny fulfillment. That's another thing I believe, that we are co-creating with our higher consciousness and soul and the Creator, the destiny that is there for us to mold into our reality. So no part of our destiny, or the one that you might claim today, says that we have to struggle in order to achieve our highest goal. That's a 3D mentality. It's a third dimensional principle of suppression, that it has to be rough and hard and tough. And we hard out to be tough, and we have to keep fighting to get whatever we want and whatever we desire. And so the final ingredient in our recipe for creating a fabulous life has to be that we need to accept. When we get it, we've got to be able to say yes. We've got to put out our hand, say yes. And the other one is, let's expect it. All along the way, let's expect that we're going to be successful. And when it comes, we accept it. Each time an element of our goal comes into place, I want you to think the words, of course. Write that down. Of course. That SVH trigger process is going to attract more good things and clear away residual beliefs in the mix that can slow your process. When you accept good things, when you accept that they're flowing into your life and you expect them to, and that reality happens if it happens long enough that you just keep having more and more good things happening, which you'll be able to create with this formula, then you start to expect even more of the same, don't you? So when you believe and know that you deserve a fabulous life, none of that old formatting or beliefs, but a long line of ancestors and current life experiences that in the olden days taught you that you couldn't have what you wanted. None of them have the power or privilege to add those negatives into your manifestation formulas. This helps you to keep your thoughts positive, and also it helps to remember your manifestation recipe. Again, gratitude. Design what you desire. Visualize the reality that you're choosing. Feel what it feels like to have it already. Believe you can achieve your goal. Be flexible and open to the wild card, slipping into the smorgasbord table, offering new opportunities that can really and truly enrich your highest vision for the ultimate goal that you're fueling. If your goal is to have horses, how wonderful to have a horse trailer pop into your manifestation recipe, and a big truck that has the horsepower to pull it. Keep your gratitude high and your expectations elevated. And every time you notice a miracle in your life, or one of the manifestation elements popping into your life reality, think the words, of course. Expect. Expect to achieve your goal. And know that it's going to be creating the fabulous life. So when that fabulous life and every element of it starts popping into your reality, accept it. Accept it. And keep that bar high. Accepting that you deserve grace, you deserve ease, goodness, all that wonderful lives have to offer. Every time that you have any kind of negative thought, or even a positive thought about what your vision for a perfect and wonderful, fabulous life will look like. Think the words, I deserve a fabulous life. And every time you see something, of course. Let's go ahead and get our 2 trigger processes in line so that we can start using them. And also the clearing parameters that are going to dig deeply into your genetics as well as learned belief systems that would stop you or block you or limit you from being able to claim, accept, to manifest and bring into your life the most amazing reality. Now, when we're working with SVH, I have been working with your higher consciousness and soul and the creator. And what you're going to be doing is you're viewing a big movie screen, a pretend movie screen. You don't even have to see it. You just pretend to see it. But on that is the pieces, all the little pieces, the clearing parameters that are going to keep going even after today. Because when you start using this formula, all the realities that you're choosing are opening up. They're sending the formula forward. And the formula is being fueled, hyper-fueled by you, your gratitude, your expectation, your fluidity, your clear vision of what it is that you're designing, and you're accepting of it, of course. On that screen is all of these parameters, and all you have to do is close your eyes and ask the Creator if all that is there, that is lined up to assist you with the tools and the clearing, is in the highest alignment to have the Creator implement this work. Is it in alignment, Creator, for you to implement this for me and assist me to keep the ball rolling and continue to light up the way for me to have the most amazing life? Is it okay? Now just pause. You'll feel a sense or imagine even that there is an affirmative response. Of course there's going to be an affirmative response. The Creator is not going to say, no, you can't have that. The Creator is always going to send the vibration of yes, of course. You deserve a fabulous life. When you receive that, shout out, yes! And that claims all of the clearing. It allows you to shed years, thousands of years of genetic formatting. All the years of your life, what's been building up with collective consciousness beliefs and your own beliefs that have held you from being able to claim the fabulous life that you are writing into your destiny. Remember that you're the one that gets to vote. You're really the only one that gets to vote on what you create. Why not create a fabulous life? I encourage you to listen to the YouTube that I've made that is called Ideal Scenario. Ideal Scenario is a fabulous set of steps also that will assist you to be able to be in charge of what it is that you're directing every day. That is a part of continuing and fueling more and more of the highest potentials in your fabulous life that you're creating. Go ahead and visit my website at serenityvibrationhealing.com for other YouTubes, or join my YouTube channel and receive the benefit of SVH clearings. They're always free, they're always fabulous, and the insights and ideas and inspirations that are lighting the way for all of us that are open to finding the shifts and changes of life to guide us to more grace and harmony, peace, prosperity, wellness, and love. Namaste.